Hello guys, it's Igor here. Welcome back to this YouTube channel. Guys, today's video I want to talk about bringing your parents to Canada. How can you do that? If you watched one of my previous videos, guys, where I said that finally I sponsored my parents, I submitted my application interest to sponsor my parents. Now I'm waiting for the reply, invitation to apply for sponsorship for my parents. What they did here in 2019 January, it was yesterday. Can't believe I made a video yesterday, 28th, guys. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'm going to post this video yet, but on January 28th, guys, I submitted my application to sponsor my parents. They opened the window like for about, they say officially 11 minutes, but I think it was even less. They opened that form for anyone who wants to sponsor their parents for about 10 minutes. 27,000 applications, guys. It's insane. 27,000 people submitted it, and more people than that didn't make it on time. That's 2019. 2018, guys, what they did was, it was kind of madness. It was a lottery system. I submitted to sponsor my parents, lots of people submitted, and everyone was so frustrated about the system. So many people didn't get in. Literally, they opened it for 2 weeks to submit your interest to get your parents to Canada. And yeah, there was totally no response. I think mine just got deleted there in the previous year. I don't know, didn't get through. If you want to bring your parents to Canada, guys, you have to basically understand the basics. You have to be eligible, and by eligible I mean there's some criteria. You have to have a status in Canada, and by status I mean you have to have your Canadian citizenship or Canadian permanent residency. Then you have to have enough money, depending on how many parents you're willing to like relatives, because it can be parents and grandparents you want to sponsor. So for right now, as far as I remember, I will leave a link for you guys where you can get the most up-to-date, depending on which year you're watching. It can change, it goes up all the time. Right now, for 2 people, it's about $40,000 per year. Your income has to be on that range. Some people, they can't sponsor their parents because they just simply don't make enough money. For 4 people, it's closer to $60,000. The good thing about it is your wife or your husband, you can, both of the spouses can, co-sign. So if you're not making $40,000, but you and your spouse together are making that amount, that should be enough. And you can co-sign and sponsor your parents, your relatives, your grandparents to come to Canada. So that's the main requirement. But there is also one more thing you have to know. That was my biggest challenge, because your income can go down. It has to be in 3 consecutive years. So for example, myself, within past 3 years, one of the years I was laid off, so my income was not that great, and that kind of can screw up the entire situation. You could be earning tons of money for past 2 years, but 3 years back when you filed your taxes, you didn't make enough. And they are going to check your tax filing with Canada Revenue to make sure that in past 3 years you made enough money and you're eligible to sponsor your parents. Guys, it's fun. I hope I get my invitation to sponsor my parents on this case. But all I'm saying is, it's a big process. If you are stuck on your sponsoring your parents and you still want your parents to come to Canada and you didn't get through, just like many other people on this application or the new application that's going to be next year, 2020 January, and you still want your parents to come here, don't get disappointed. There is also a super visa. Now, I have submitted my application, but the application processing time to sponsor your parents is like 20 to 24 months. It's like 2 years. So if you ask me what's my next plan, I want my parents to be in Canada before they get their permanent residency. So I'm not going to be waiting. And there is an option to do that, super visa. So super visa is something where you can sponsor your parents to come here for like 2 years. And within 2 years, It's basically like a visitor's visa. It's a little bit more expensive, especially because you have to get a health insurance for at least 1 year for your parents, just in case they have some health issues in Canada. And it can be expensive, guys, to get that health insurance, but that's another option. So what I'm going to do, guys, it takes about 3 months to get it processed, a super visa. Right now I'm going to go ahead and submit the application for super visa for my parents to come to Canada, so that we can get them here and we can finish the immigration for my parents while they are in Canada, so they don't have to be away from me and they can start getting used to the culture and the place while we are processing the application. If everything goes up to plan, according to the plan, right now it's still winter, I'm going to submit the application, and by summer my parents should be here, and I think from here we are going to be going on with the application and getting them an immigrant status while they're in Canada. So that's the goal, guys, and that's what I'm going to do. And I hope, guys, this video is helpful for you, because you know, if you want to sponsor your parents, make sure you read the updates on the Canada Immigration CIC website, because they post it. They usually keep quiet until the end of December, but the things change. Check it monthly. Once you get a date, check it like weekly, and make sure you don't miss that one window of opportunity of like 11 minutes that they did it this year. Be prepared. It's a huge competition. You literally have to compete with 100,000 people, and there is like only 20% chance of you getting in, right? So make sure you smash it. Make sure you are ready with all the documents to submit them when it opens up next year. And for now, take advantage of super visa. Lots of people, I know my friend Raja is also bringing his parents here. He already brought them on super visa, and it's awesome. All right, guys, smash the like button if you think this video was helpful for you, if it got you some more insight on how to bring your parents here, guys. I always say this: subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. By the way, also one more thing. I'm reading your comments, guys. Leave a comment. Have a good one. We'll see you next video. Whew, so excited to get my parents here. Hey, you wanna see something cool? There's a guy, professional photographer here. I wonder how he's going to react to see me vlogging here. Alright, see you guys. See you. Have a good one.